What am I vaping on, you ask? This is actually the newest Bskr from the line of Bskr RTAs. This is the Bskr Mini RTA V2 by Vandy Vape and designed by Alex Vapers MD. This is a 22 millimeter RTA and it's got some changes that have been made to it from the previous Bskr Mini RTA 1.5 and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go down. Yeah, I do have like a tall drip tip. I'm loving it. We're going to go down. I'm going to show you everything that it comes with. Then we're going to build on it. We're going to put it together and then we're going to come back up. We're going to vape on it, pros and cons. So let's go look at the Bskr Mini RTA version 2. Okay, so here we are with the Vandy Vape Bskr V2 Mini Mouth-to-Lung RTA designed by Alex Vapers MD. This is the package that it comes in. You've got some kit contents right there and your scan code is right there. Inside the box, you're going to get the tank. You're going to get 2 additional drip tips, making it 3 in total. You're going to get your metal tank section, as well as like this amber looking. It looks Ultim, but it's not the Ultim material. So, and an Ultim glass section as well. And then, of course, you're going to have your clear glass already installed on the RTA. In addition to that, you're going to get your quality certificate pass. You're also going to get an instruction manual. It's more of a pamphlet style. You're going to get some coils. These are actually super fine melt-to-lung fused Clapton coils. These are made of nichrome 80, and that's what those look like. And then you're going to get a baggie of goodies. So you're going to have some extra screws. You're going to have your little screwdriver, as well as some O-rings and gaskets. And then you're going to have these. These are actually inserts, and we'll be going over those a little bit further into the video. Okay, and then we've got the star of the show. So this is the Bskr Mini Mouth-to-Lung RTA V2, and this one has some changes to it. It looks very similar to the other ones that came out preceding this one, but it does have some changes. You do have the same type of drip tip. It is a 510 removable drip tip, and they do give you 2 additional. You're going to have top fill, and it's just a quarter turn to open it, and it's not cross-threaded. The one prior to this one was cross-threaded, so it made it a little bit more difficult. This one is actually perfect. It does have 2 fill holes right there, and they do have the membrane, so if you do accidentally dump it over for some reason, it will not spill out, and it helps keep the e-liquid in. On the bottom, this is a 22 millimeter in diameter RTA. It does say Alex Vapers MD right there, Bskr, and of course it's manufactured by Vandy Vape, and you do have a protruding 510. On the bottom, you do have some airflow options that you can close down or open. These are mouth-to-lung type of airflows. I know it's kind of hard to see with the black, but they do open and close. And then to get into it further, all you need to do is just unscrew the base like this. When you unscrew it, this is the point where you can actually change out the glass if you want. You can put the metal glass on it, or you can put the Ultim, or you can leave it like this. I personally like the clear glass. For me, it does say Bskr right there on the inner chamber, and that's what it looks like right there. Very nice and domed. Of course, we have the star of the show, and this right here is going to be the RTA deck, or the mini RTA deck. Now, in this, the greatest part about it is that it does have these inserts, the ones that I'm going to show you now. Now, with the inserts, all you have to do is just literally pull them out like this. This is the 1.4 millimeter insert. They do have additional ones. They've actually got a total of 8 different inserts, and they range from any type of airflow option that you're looking for. We've got this one here. This is the 1.2 millimeter. This one is the 0.8 millimeter. So this is the smallest one. You've also got the 1 millimeter right there. This is the 2 millimeter. This is the one I personally prefer. One here is the 1.5 millimeter. This one here is a little bit different. It's got the 2 holes right there, and that's the D1, the 1.6, and that's what that one looks like. And then, of course, installed is the 1.4. Now, the greatest part about this is that they've actually made it to where even if you already built this and you already have your coil and your wicking and everything in, you can still go ahead and change it out. You're just going to pull it from the outside here. That's why it's got these little grooves so that you can catch it, and you can just take them out like that, and then you can replace them. And you can replace them really, really easy. And again, your coil can be already installed. And it slides in just like that. Really, really nice and easy. And that's what that looks like. And now it's got the 2mm. Now let's go ahead and put this on a mod so we can build on it. So I'm going to put this on my Regal Mini. So I like that it matches it really nice. Okay, and those are flathead screws. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and grab my screwdriver and unscrew that one. And you can see it opening up right there. And then do the same to the other side. And it opens up right there. And again, they do give you coils to use, but I'm personally going to be using some of the new Coil Clout Melt-to-Lung coils. So they are going to be offering these on the website. And then all you need to do is just go ahead and install it right there. So they're going to be coming soon. And then just put that in there like that. And then we'll go ahead and tighten it down. And tighten down that side, just like that, making sure that they're nice and tight. And then what we can do is just take our screwdriver and we're just going to straighten out that coil. And we want it above the airflow, but we do not want it touching the airflow. Like that is a little bit too low. I'm just going to raise it up a little bit. And that right there is perfect. And again, you can slide these inserts out with the coil still installed. All you need to do is just go ahead and slide it out like this, and then you can put the new one in like that. So I'm going to just pull this out just a little bit more. And there we go. We've got that installed. I'm just going to grab my clippers and go ahead and cut these off. There we go. Making sure that they're as flush as possible. Okay, and that's what that looks like. So let's go ahead and heat up the coil. Okay, we'll start heating that up, and we can just press it together and it'll heat up. See, that's just a little hot spot. We need to get that out. And then as you can see, it's heating up from the inside out, and that's perfect. And it's right over, but it's not touching. So let's go ahead and grab some cotton. For these melt-to-lung coils, any of them, even the ones that come with it, you really don't need too much cotton. So just going to put it in there like that. You want to pull from both ends, and it'll bring it through the coil without it moving the coil. See how it's not really moving the coil if you're pulling it from both sides. And I'm going to grab my handy dandy scissors. And these are right here, the channels that you're going to be putting the cotton in, but you're not going to be putting it all the way through. You're actually just going to be laying it so that it peeks through just from the bottom right there. So I'm just going to measure this right there on the threading. And then this one the same. And then I'm just going to get my handy dandy tweezers, and I just want to fluff it out just a little bit on the ends. Do the same thing for this side. And then we'll trim it again. Get all that stragglies off. And then all we need to do is just grab it and put it right there. There you go. Where it's peeking, but it's not coming all the way through. See it peeking out, but it's not coming all the way through. We're going to do the same thing to this side. Again, just peeking, but not going all the way through. Okay, and there we go. We've got our build in. So what I'm going to do is just grab some e-liquid so that we can go ahead and saturate the cotton and the coil. Turn this up a little bit. And then what we want to do is just pulse, drip and pulse, drip and pulse. And there we go. So that's all taken care of. I'm just going to get my little stragglies out on the sides right there because my OCD kills me. Go. Make sure that that's coming down nicely. All right, then we've got that all put together. All we need to do now is just go ahead and drop this on. Okay, it's nice and on there. just like that. Now we can fill it. Now this does hold 2 mils of e-liquid with the regular glass, this glass, or the Ultim. With the metal sleeve, it holds 2.5 mils of e-liquid. Look how easy it is to fill this. There we go. And again, this is a mouth to lung RTA. So you're not going to need like a whole bunch of e-liquid. 2 mils of e-liquid will take you a while to get through it because the fact that this is more of a mouth to lung type of RTA. Put on the top quarter turn and we're done, making sure that your airflow is open. Make sure your airflow is open and that's it. That is the Bskr Mini RTA version 2 by Vandy Vape and designed by Alex Vapors MD. So let's go ahead and go on top. We're going to vape on it, pros and cons. Okay, so here we are back on top with the Vandy Vape Bskr Mini Mouth to Lung RTA version 2 and designed by Alex Vapors MD. So before anything, I'm going to go ahead and have a vape and then we're going to talk more about it. This is it's pretty big for something so small, if you know what I mean. Now, me personally, I love this third drip tip that they give you, which is the tallest of the 3. It's just my preferred. I don't like the really tiny one. I don't like the medium one, but I love the big one. I don't know why. That's just the way that I am. So yeah, so let's go ahead and go over the pros. Now the pros, the first main big pro to me is going to be the fact that they give you inserts. And not only that, you can actually go ahead and change them out with the build already in your RTA. That is huge because a lot of times when you've got an RTA that does have some sort of an insert, you actually have to take your build out in order to change out those inserts. In this case, you do not have to do that. You can literally change them out with your build, your cotton and everything in it, which I think is great. That's going to be especially helpful for those that need to gauge like which mouth to lung insert is going to work best for them. For me personally, I like the biggest one. I like the 2 millimeter, but then there are some people that like the 1.2, the 0.8, the 1.6, and they gave it to you. They gave you a total of 8 different inserts. Huge pro and huge shout out. Now for the drip tips, most of them, if I'm not mistaken, most of the Bskrs already came with 3 drip tips, but I really like the tallest one, but I love the fact that they're giving you different types of drip tips depending on your style. That to me is definitely a huge pro. Options are always great. Another thing is that you can either leave it with the glass, which I prefer. You can change it to the Ultim, which a lot of you really like, or you can actually use the metal piece as well. Now for the metal piece, I prefer not to use that for myself, only because I am not used to gauging like when I need to fill it. So for me, I would definitely burn it out, but there are some of you out there that probably like that. I know for a fact that I received a comment on my last one that said, I like the metal part, and I've seen people that like it, and I think that that's great. They give you that option. You've got 3 different types of tank sections, which is definitely a huge pro to me. Very easy to build. They give you 2 coils. So not only do you have 1, but you've actually got 2 coils. You've got extra screws. You've got extra gaskets and things like that, which is definitely great. I love the new top fill. The last top fill I wasn't a fan of, if I'm not mistaken. Part of my cons was the fact that it was reverse threaded. And I didn't like that because every time that I tried to take it off of my mod, I was literally opening up the airflow or opening up the fill top, and I really hated that. It really bothered me. I love the fact that now they've actually done it correctly, or normal wise. I don't want to say correctly, but the normal way, so that that doesn't happen to me when I'm trying to take it off of a mod. It's quarter turn, which a lot of you like, and I love having the membrane there for when it's filling, because I don't get, for whatever reason, I don't get a lot of pullback when I'm filling it. When it has a membrane on it. Some people don't like it. I really like it. Not only that, if you're doing something and you accidentally tip it over, you're not losing any of your e-liquid because the membrane is actually going to keep it all in there. And to me, it's fantastic. Now it does have airflow control. So for instance, before you go to change out your insert, if you want to just try it by the airflow control, you can do that, and you can just cut it down or open it up and try to gauge it that way before going in to put in an insert, or you can just go ahead and do it because it's really easy. Easy to build, easy to wick. It's absolutely great. I personally love the looks of the Berserkers, especially with the really, really tall drip tip. This is definitely great for a mouth-to-lung user. Those of you out there, and you know who you are, love mouth-to-lung vaping and love mouth-to-lung RTAs, and I really think that you're going to love this one. 2 ml capacity. It's not really a small capacity because it is mouth-to-lung. If it was a direct lung or a loose or a restrictive direct lung, I would definitely say, yeah, you definitely need to go ahead and, you know, give it a more of a bigger capacity. But in this case, I don't feel that you really need it. I vape this and I find myself like not filling it for a long time, and I keep checking it like, shouldn't I have already filled it? Not like, do I need to fill it? But I don't. So I really like that about it. So 2 ml capacity is great. And that's for the regular glass and the Ultima. With the metal chamber, you actually get 2.5 mils of e-liquid capacity, which is even better because you're getting another 0.5 mils of e-liquid capacity. So I think that's great. I don't know what else to say about it. I haven't found any cons. I had some cons in the last one. This one, I've actually not found any cons, but I've been looking. The only thing I can say as a con that I can really say about this is when you're trying to turn the airflow control, when you have it on a mod, it's not turning really easy. It literally takes it off of my mod. So that's the only con that I have to this, is that for some reason, I don't know what it is about it, but trying to close down the airflow when it's on your mod is kind of difficult, and it literally takes off my Addy instead of it actually just opening or closing it. But that's the only thing I found to this. Personally, I like it all the way open, so I really don't do it that often, so that's why I almost forgot. But that's pretty much it for cons. It does come in... It comes in 4 colors. You've got the, I'm going to go ahead and leave them up here right now. You've got the matte black, you've got the stainless steel, you've got the gunmetal, and you've got the gold. The gold is really, really hot looking, I'm just going to say. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for my review. Let me know down below, are you a mouth-to-lung vapor? And if you are, do you like mouth-to-lung RTAs? Or are you more into the pod systems? Let me know down below. I love to hear your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's free, takes a second. Doesn't hurt anything, so if you wouldn't mind joining my family, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to give the video a like or an unlike, depending on if you liked it or not. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.